Alright guys, welcome back to the Old Glory Red Report. It's a portion of For the Supporters and By the Supporters. This video is coming at you a little bit earlier than we planned on having videos out, but what better way to kick off the season with this amazing news that just came out. We'll be right back with you in just a minute.
Let's go! Sacramento! Republic, we stand and sing together. A valley united in a city like no other. We're the Republic, home or away. On to Domitar, we came to play.
Alright guys, again, welcome back. It's the kickoff to the 2019 season. Mark Anthony's back with me. I'm KCJ. If this is your first time with us, we're excited. Thanks for joining us. Big news happening. A big season coming up. We've been working a lot off camera to try to get some more stuff going on this season. Mark, what are you thinking about this season?
Yeah, I mean, didn't expect to be shooting a video so soon, but, you know, news came out. Very important information that we thought we needed to share. We haven't done this in a while. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It's below us. It's somewhere.
Thumbs up is always appreciated.
Yeah, we'll get back in the mid-season form here in maybe a month or two.
Give it a little while.
But anyways, big news, man. Ron Burkle, he's the new whale that this franchise needed to move forward in our attempt to get that 28th spot in the MLS, the last spot as it currently stands. I'm sure they'll go higher than 28 teams, but he was kind of the missing piece, the last piece for this bid to move forward.
Absolutely, and we've kind of been giving Nagel shit about it for a while. We've kind of been giving the front office shit about it for a while. We've been looking for this well. And the fans
just been frustrated. It's
exactly.
Like nervous energy, you know?
Well, and the fans, have been frustrated because we've been told time and time again, we're going to get it. It's here. It's coming. It might be this.
A lot of
waiting. And then it's gone again. Then we wait again. So finally, the news has been broken. We actually do have the well. So what do you think this means for MLS?
We're like the woman who's been dating the guy for like 10 years. And we're like, dude, are you going to like pop the question?
Are we or aren't we?
Yeah, like, what's going on? Do we need to, like, move on or move forward? What's going on? So, sorry, what was your question?
So, what do you think landing the well means for MLS? I know that, like, we've talked about it, that there's one spot left as of now. They may expand further, and that has been talked about, but we don't know for sure. We have missed the 3 other chances where we've had other cities such as Austin come in, FC Cincinnati we saw
in Nashville,
which
didn't even have a team. That still bothers me.
They kind of took those spots that we thought were going to be us. We thought we were going to be one of those first teams. So this kind of revives it, in my opinion. Kind of gives us hope again. Do you feel that same way? Do you think this is kind of a for sure thing for MLS now?
Yeah, so like going back, I mean, MLS, it's always been something that's on Republic FC's mind ever since the beginning of the club in the USL. I mean, I think from day one, this club, their intentions was always to go further than USL. We've seen the hang-ups over the last couple of years. It's always been the one thing because Republic has checked off all the other boxes. They've checked off fan support. They've checked off media market. You know, the Central Valley, Sacramento, Stockton media market's top 20 in the country. It's certainly big enough. There's much smaller markets in the MLS. There's a downtown stadium has always been something that's talked about. The rail yards, it looks like that's actually coming to fruition, but that's always been part of the bid.
Yeah.
So they checked off all the boxes except for the whale. That was always the lead investor, and we keep saying, well, maybe we should elaborate on what that means.
Yeah.
Somebody who has a lot of money, all right, a lot of money, and not
billionaire,
and not what we consider, because like a millionaire has a lot of money, but like we're talking about Ron Burkle, who, believe this or not, Forbes says he's worth about $2 billion, which makes him the 1,215th richest person in the world. There's 1,200 people that have more money than $2 billion. Shocking, I know. But regardless.
But this is a man that, owns a part stake in the Pittsburgh Penguins and has many investments out there.
Regardless, going back to MLS, we know that, yes, we can check off all the boxes, but this franchise and any expansion franchise was never going to move forward and get the next bid unless they had that lead investor that lived up to, I guess, as much money as they want, right?
Yeah, well, we knew MLS is a pay-to-play kind of league. you buy into the league to know that you're going to stay in the league. That's why they don't have pro rel, and that's why the owners like the system they have, is because they buy in, and then they have this cash cow that keeps paying off as long as you're not Columbus Crew and other franchises. But yeah, so with what Burkle coming in now, I know the hopes are up, but it's been taken out, and I know there's a lot of fan base out there that doesn't really want to completely believe yet because they don't want to get their hopes up.
So a lot of people are jaded, right?
Yeah. So thinking about the people that are feeling that, I mean, are you seeing any chance that we lose this, or is this pretty much like an in the bag kind of thing?
I mean, look, until it's official, it's not, right? Like, until we get the green light, it's still a red light, right? Like, that's how I look at it. But I think without a lead investor, we had fallen behind in terms of trying to get that last spot. You mentioned it before. We got passed up by Nashville. We got passed up by Cincinnati. We got passed up by Austin, okay? You talked about it. But now, assuming there's only one spot, we had probably fallen even behind St. Louis and Phoenix because they kind of have more financial clout, or they did, and maybe not anymore. But I think the MLS has always had a soft spot for Sacramento.
Yeah.
And I think that, a lot of people don't like Commissioner Don Garber. Like, let's talk about it. But I kind of feel like it's not really his fault. He has to be the face of MLS. But I don't think he makes any decisions on his own. Well, it's a committee. It's an owner. It's a good old boys club.
It's how the league's ran.
Yes, it's like it's any league. It's the NBA. It's the NFL. The owners control the league.
Exactly.
The president. He's the face. He's the elected official, right?
He's the one that comes out and makes statements.
But he does what they want.
Yeah.
And the fact is, I think if it was up to him, that he would admit Sacramento already into the league, but I think that they're very stringent in their policy of they need a lead investor. They want money. They don't want clubs that don't have enough financial clout because they don't want what we saw happen in the MLS before as teams, they had to retract the league, right? Yeah. Like some teams weren't doing so well.
They want teams that can stay financially stable.
Right. They want to add on to the league. They don't want to have to remove teams.
Yeah.
Or relocate teams, right? So with this announcement, with Ron Burkle coming on, I believe it immediately puts us back to one. I honestly believe that. I know some people say St. Louis might be ahead of us.
I think we have. St. Louis just doesn't have the fan base, I think, right now.
I know St. Louis also has a soft spot because they are a city that has American soccer history. Like, there's a lot of history there. It's historical for the sport in this country. And I do think at one point they will have a team. Phoenix, they are a good possibility, and I think one day they will. But that market a little oversaturated right now. They have a NBA team, a Major League Baseball team, and they also have an NHL team.
Yeah,
3 teams in the market. Sacramento, 1 team, 1 major sports team in the market. Sacramento Kings. That's it. That's all we got. So I think we have the edge there in terms of long-term viability. We've shown that this club can sell tickets.
Yeah.
Selling 10 to 11,000 tickets on average every game for the last 4 or 5 years, that's stability.
Well,
we're talking about second division soccer, and we're selling season ticket packages that are higher than some MLS season ticket packages.
Well, yeah, because the supporter base is here, and we've seen it with the record numbers of fans that we had coming out to games, and that first season when we were just packing Bonnie's Field at the time. So, it's here. And like you said, the market's here, too. We've known it for a long time.
You mean Papa Murphy's Park now?
Now Papa Murphy's Park, yes. We've known it for a long time. I think building a new stadium will bring fans back in. I think that'll get fans excited. This will get fans excited, so you will see an influx of some fans coming in. So I think this is great news all around.
Good point. Also, not only did Ron Burkle agree to be the lead investor of this club, he has also purchased the 14 acres at the rail yards downtown, which he'll use as not only as the new stadium, but it'll be a whole entertainment center. So add that in with the Golden One Center just a few blocks away, and that whole development. Look, the location couldn't be better.
It's a great location.
MLS has been real vocal about not having stadiums that are not downtown. They don't want stadiums in the suburbs. They want stadiums in downtown areas.
Yeah.
We've seen it in Chicago. Chicago is a mess. The Chicago Fire, their stadium's like 10 miles from downtown. Nobody goes to the games. Despite being the third biggest city in the country, the second largest Hispanic population in the country, they can't get people to invest in. And that's with having Schweinsteiger on the team, an international legendary soccer player. But with this team, with Sacramento, with this location, with this lead investor, privately funded, we're not going to take any public money to build this stadium. No taxes raised.
No.
How can this be a bad thing?
No, and take MLS out of the picture. It's still a good deal for Republic. It's still a good sign moving forward that the club is still trying to compete at the highest level, still has that intention of moving forward. So, I think it's a good step towards MLS, and I think fans should be excited by that, but it's not there yet. And like you said, until you get it, I know there's a lot of fans that are like me that just don't want to get our hopes up too high, but things are looking promising. We're taking the right steps. We're making the right moves. Is there any last comments you want to make on this?
So two quotes I think that are very important for Republic fans, Old Glory Red Report fans. First one, Don Garber, 2015 Don Garber, MLS president, of course. It's less about if and more about when the Republic joins MLS.
I remember this quote.
So again, not if, but when. Why was that statement made? Because he saw the things that the club were doing in the community, things that the club had going for them, waiting on that lead investor, waiting to see down the road what expansion will look like. Remember, this was almost 4 years ago, about 3.5 years ago when he said this, right? And then you get today, MLS Executive Vice President Dan Cordemanch. He says, "We have met with Burkle over the course of the last year about his interest in MLS and are very pleased he has finalized his agreement to become the lead investor of SRFC. We're excited to meet with their team next month." Republic will meet with MLS officials in February to discuss their plans to how they will market the team, what kind of media deals they'll have, and of course, all the business deals they'll have in the local community and things like that. So it'll be their chance to show, okay, now boots are on the ground, the rubber's hit the road. This is what we're going to do, and we can start once you give us a green light. I think that's huge. I think these quotes are big. I know a lot of people are negative. Still wary. Be positive. Today was a great day in this franchise. Getting a real shot at moving forward.
It's a real shot at moving forward.
And if we go to New York, we got to get the fans out there again. We got to get the fans. I don't know if I can go, but I'm just saying the support that we had last time
was amazing.
When Mayor Steinberg went and everything, and all the Republic people, everybody, the fans, all the way from Sacramento. We're not talking about hopping on a train and going 3 hours. We're talking about, flying across the country.
Across the country, yeah.
That was amazing.
It was big. There's a lot of TVB support out there, so you got to give a lot of respect to those guys for making it out.
Absolutely.
Okay, this video is running long. Do drop your opinions down in the comments below. Go on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Reddit. Let us know what you guys think about it. We will have another video coming out shortly about the same kind of thing, so stay tuned for that. We have a lot of content coming out this season. We've been working hard off camera to get a lot of stuff taken care of, to bring a lot of content to you guys, so stick around for that. Thanks for joining me today, Mark, and until next time, later, guys.
See you guys.